Okay, welcome. Welcome to the True Moon Method Masterclass. I'm going to just give a brief introduction. I'm going to do another introduction once I get the slides rolling. But hey, Samantha, your face looks familiar there, girlfriend. Just hanging out with Samantha. I'm actually wearing the same shirt last week. I have no shame. I'm Jillian Bolanz. I'm an intuitive life coach, and I'm obsessed with the moon, which is why we're all here tonight. And I'm going to help you with a number of things. I'm going to help you stop forcing through life and start flowing. Who needs a little bit more of that? Hands up. Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to help you to really start fulfilling that bone dry, empty cup. Who would say they have a super empty cup right now internally? Yeah. Yeah. And who wants to learn how to like get back into their body and utilize their body and work with their body and love their body and flow with their body? How amazing would that feel? Yes, ladies, we are going to do that this evening. Natalie, dark night of the soul all summer. Yeah, girlfriend, you're not alone. You're not alone, sister. Okay. As we have people popping on, I believe the waiting room is going to inform me of that. I wonder. I'm going to invite you all to turn your chat box on, stay muted so that I can actually do the presentation for you. But I'm going to give you ample opportunity to be talking back and forth. And I know that for me, a lot of the power in this work comes from the connection that happens with the sisterhood that shows up to these things. So please feel free to, if you feel connection with somebody and like you're just like vibing on their plane, like talk back and forth in the comments. This is what we're here for. And sisterhood is such a huge part to everything that I do. So without further ado, it has been about 6 minutes. I know that some people will pop on a few minutes late, but I do want to respect your time tonight. I am going to move through this presentation, I would say as quickly as possible, but I'm going to give it the time and the energy it deserves. From my way of thinking and feeling and being, we will be here for between 60 to 90 minutes. It's probably going to be on that hour and a half side, which is why for us East Coasters, I chose 7:30 as opposed to 8 o'clock, because there's just something about staying up past 9. I mean, I've got 3 tiny humans, so there's something about that I'm like, oh, that seems like really late. But I'm going to do my very best to respect your time, but also do this work and this information. It's due diligence. Like, give it the honor it deserves, because ladies, how long have we been functioning in that over obligated, over committed, overdrive way of being? And it's kind of like the premise: if you want to change, then you must change. If you want to do something different, then you must do something different. And this is going to teach you a lot of that tonight. So I am going to share my screen. Excellent. And look at, I made a PowerPoint for you all. I'm really, really, really very proud of myself. Keep the comments coming, ladies. I'm going to share this and I'm going to hop. Oops, no, I don't want to share it. Hold on. Stop. Present. That's what I want to do. I want to present. Okay. Can you ladies see this? Okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on. Okay. Jillian doesn't do PowerPoints very often, but this is really, really, really exciting. Okay. How does everybody feel? Can you all see this? Dara, I can see you. Can you give me the thumbs up? Can you see the screen okay? Can you also see my face? Can you see a couple other people's faces? So is it blocking the screen a little bit? Okay, I'm going to try to maneuver my screen around the PowerPoint. If it interrupts it a couple times, ladies, no big deal. We will. Awesome. Thank you. Perfect. Hey, Eva. Hey, Donna. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, now I just want to make sure everybody's good. Good. Oh, I can see you all. Look at you all. Oh, this is so exciting. Okay, ladies, let's hop in. Let's hop in. Thank you. The first few minutes of a masterclass can be kind of silly, because really, if you think about it, I know you're having an experience, but it's really just me talking right now. So I'm going to hop right in and officially welcome you to the True Moon Method Masterclass. I am Jillian Bolanz, and we are about to get this party started. So The True Moon Method Masterclass, I'm going to help you reconnect to your truth. This is how to live the life that you are meant to live, a life of more fun, flow, and freedom. Ladies, can we get the chat box blowing up with who could use a little bit more fun, flow, and freedom? How about a heck yes to all of that? Good. So I want you, and grab your journals, but also like, I'm going to tell you the points where I'm going to be like, okay, like comment in the box so you stay connected with all of us. And then I'm going to give you a couple points where it's like, you're going to want to journal on this. Take screenshots of things. And then just know too, that again, you're going to get rid of the recording, and that's going to really, really help you through a lot of the journaling prompts. But I want you to tell the truth. Ladies, the biggest thing for me is living out our truth. And so you're going to hear this word a lot throughout the course of the evening, because to me, Mumma Moon helps us to live in our truth. She helps us to uncover our truth, and she helps us learn how to really embody the truth of who we are. So I want you to tell the truth. Has your life been fueled by provy, people-pleasing, externally validating behavior? Anybody? Anybody? Yeah. All right. I know. Can I move this any other place? Oh, that might help. Do you feel exhausted and like you are constantly forcing through everything? Force. When I really think about the story of my life, ladies, the villain is force. I need to think about that. What's the villain in your life? Because I tend to think if you are here and you are a part of this, that villain is force. And then do you feel like life should be more than what it is? Okay, I'm going to take this opportunity to have you take a deep breath, all of us together. Okay. And if you thought I was kidding and you didn't take a deep breath, I'm going to ask you to do it now. Ready? You are in a safe space. You are in the right place. You are a goddess. You are worthy of the knowledge and the information that is going to be presented to you tonight. So welcome. I am thrilled to have you here, and we are going to work through all of the above tonight. Our goal, me and Mumma Moon, that is to help you fill your bone dry, empty cup by following your and Mumma Moon's natural cycle, because we as women all have a natural cycle, and so does Mumma Moon. And oftentimes all the times, they align beautifully. They meld together beautifully. And we all have our different magic that we get to really sink into with that. And if you are someone like me that didn't have a cycle for a very long time, the moon gets to be your blueprint upon which you get to learn how to ebb and flow in life in such a beautiful, natural way. We are going to help you stop forcing and start flowing through life. And we are going to help you release your guilt-ridden, overextended way of living and replace it with fun and freedom. How does that sound? Can I get a like, oh my gosh, really? You're going to help me with that? I know that I'm going to keep my chat mostly muted for now, ladies, just because it's going to take up the screen. But I love seeing it blow up, because I know that you're feeling it. So I want you to grab your journal. This is an area that I really want you to focus on. I'm going to encourage you to come back to these journaling prompts later, as this gives you more context for what to look forward to. But I'm just double checking that I am recording this, and I am. In what areas of your life are you feeling these things? An empty cup, that you're constantly forcing, and that you are just overextended and ridden with guilt, and you are looking for more fun and freedom. In this training tonight, I'm going to show you what is available to you if you stop living in a head down go mode and start tapping into cyclicality. I'm going to prove that you can go from living like a crazy person, juggling all the things, to trusting your own intuition, ladies, because it is our greatest superpower, and become a Zen moon goddess who actually has fun on the regular. You wouldn't believe how many times I ask women when the last time they had fun was, and for them to give me a blank stare. I'm sure if I went into a conversation mode with each and every single one of you, a similar thing would happen. We are going to invite in more fun. It's actually the most important piece of what we do here. It is the thing that brings about manifestation. It's the thing that helps us live a life of enjoyment and fulfillment. And we forget to have fun so often. And I'm going to value your time because I know that that's important to you, but you're worthy of the time that you're spending here tonight. So go girl. The best part of this whole thing is that you can't get this wrong, ladies. I'm about to show you how to live this life so that it feels good to you and your connective cycle, right? Ladies who are in any of my Moon Cycle Collective, my True You tent, you hear me talking about getting yourself into a space where you're feeling good all the time. And this is what we are after tonight. In True Integrity, I get to teach you this because I've lived it. And I have spent a long time living it, which is why I'm so freaking excited about tonight, because I feel like this is the first time I can stand in my power with an actual freaking PowerPoint, ladies, and share this with you. Not just teach it to you, but share stories that I really feel are going to resonate for you. I'm actually doing the things that I'm going to share with you today, and my life flows magically because of it. I'm not trying to toot a horn or be like all provey and showy over here. I've done that. That stuff doesn't work. I truly get to live this fun-filled, flow-filled life because I'm doing all the things that I'm going to teach you tonight, and yours will flow too when you start applying what we talk about. So hi, I'm Jillian Bolanz. I'm a tightly wound nut job turned into a moon goddess. That is the best way that I could ever possibly describe myself. I was a very programmed type A overachiever. We're going to get into some stories there tonight. But I basically couldn't function like that anymore after a couple big episodes in my life. And I turned to the moon to really help support me and ground me back into who I truly am and what I'm meant to do. And to that point, I did a couple clicks there. I'm an intuitive life coach. Here's what I do. Here's my mission, ladies. I help women uncover the truth of who they are by helping them tap into ancient wisdom, natural cyclicality, and their own intuition. Does anyone else think that's the most delicious mission statement ever? Like, I love that so much. I love what I do. And I'm so honored to be pouring this into you tonight. Because here's what, ladies, I think this is important. I think it's important that we start living a life according to cyclicality and stop denying ourselves of our inner power and our inner magic. And I get to work with women in various capacities to help them on a personal level unlock their own magic. And I'm so proud of this work. And I'm so proud of myself for doing my own version of this work so that I get to be a guide to you. I live with my husband and 3 sons in Maine. And I don't know if you can see the whole bottom of it, but I became pregnant after 14 years with no natural period after having 2 IUI pregnancies. And this is one of the miracles upon miracles that the moon has allowed for me to bring to life in this lifetime. And I am so, so grateful for it. So what I've done right, like the things that I've done correct is what you want, which is why you're here. And it's what you see now, right? So I've learned how to live cyclically with the moon. I've learned how to heal my body by tapping in and listening to it. I've learned how to chill the F out and tune the F in. I've learned how to ask myself what I want and then give it to myself. Ladies, sit with that for a minute. When is the last time you've asked yourself what you've wanted and then given it to yourself? This is a biggie. And if we are hopping on now, please make sure you mute yourselves. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'm, again, so grateful to have you all here. And so here's the truth. When you ask yourself what you want, not what you should do, not what other people expect you to do, and then you give it to yourself, that's fun. It's fun. That's where the fun lives. I have learned how to question why instead of just being a lemming and following what I was told to do. But it wasn't always like this. Okay, I know that this is what you're seeing now. I've been where you are in masterclasses and on webinars before, and it's like, yeah, I want that, but like how? So I'm going to show you that it wasn't always like this. Let's rewind to how it used to be. See that girl? Oh, she's so cute. I love those versions of me so very much. And both of those versions of me were so sad. And they were so filled with self-loathing, mostly of our physical body. I say our because these are two previous versions of me. They were so in this space of needing to prove themselves, crying themselves to sleep every night. They look all happy and put together, and there's so much pain. There's so much brokenness behind them. So I'm going to share with you first the 3 biggest mistakes that kept me disconnected from my truth, because I think you're going to, especially based on your comments from before, I think you're really going to connect with them. And then I'm going to share with you what I've done that's going to help you, because it helped me. So I was an overachiever. I looked outside of me for the answers, and I was a linear liver. I know this is liver, like the organ, but like liver, like I lived my life in a linear fashion, who gave up on her dreams. Anybody else? Anyone else an overachiever? Anyone else constantly looking outside of them to the external world for validation, for answers, for love, for applause? Anyone else find that they're living in this linear, like it must be done a certain way, I've got to put my head down and get through all of this, like very dude-like, right? The dudes in our life, they live on a 24-hour-a-day schedule, ladies. They get up in the morning, they've got a goal, they are going to live that linear path, they're going to achieve their goal, they're going to come home and fall into bed and do it all again tomorrow. This is how we've been trying to function for centuries upon centuries, and we just can't do it anymore. We are actually not meant to function like that anymore, and we're going to get into that tonight. So I put a journaling prompt here. What are your stories with these things? I'm going to share some stories with you to help you really get the context of what I'm trying to help you uncover. So over the next couple of slides, I'm going to ask you to sink into what stories of being an overachiever, of looking outside of yourselves and living in a linear fashion are coming up for you tonight. Oh, look, we're going over everything again. Let's just click to the next one. Overachieving. So this is the first big mistake that I made. I was constantly trying to overachieve. I was in a go, do, hustle, grit, and grind mentality. Am I ever going to get there, though, is the question that came up, right? So when we are in this space of constantly going, constantly trying to outdo ourselves, constantly trying to prove that we can, for God knows why, the question in our head actually becomes, am I ever actually going to get there? And more importantly, where is there? Right? Does anyone else have that going on? Like, when am I going to get there? When am I going to get to that place? When am I going to achieve the goals? When am I going to get the happiness? And it's like there, over there. That's where it all lives. It's not here where I am. So I need to overachieve to try to get there. The result of this led me to burnout and never feeling like I was going to get there. I just felt like I had been running myself ragged for so long, trying to gain the applause, trying to impress the people, trying to get the accolades and have the external experience of like being something grand, when I forgot to be in here right now. And I was burnt out because it's a false and exhausting way of living. And I forgot that getting there isn't the point. Being here is the point. This is the bone dry, empty cup, ladies, that we've been talking about. If you are constantly living your life trying to get there, then you are constantly depleting yourself because you are not allowing yourself to live in the magic and the majesty that is right here. So I'm going to tell you a story associated with each of these. I first became an entrepreneur through network marketing, and I'm so grateful for every single twist and turn along my path. Network marketing itself, the company that I chose, I just learned so many things. I met incredible people, and I'm so grateful for the overall experience. I also my overachieving tendency was glorified in this particular realm because it was constantly about getting to the next level, really trying to go and do and grit and grind and sacrificing yourself. So I remember we were trying to get to a specific goal by the end of my first year of being in this company. And what was being asked of me was very it seemed glamorous. Like, if you end this year with so many points and so many people here and so many sales there, then you will have this title. Well, I'll tell you that that title became the object of my obsession, and ultimately it really didn't mean very much, but it was a title. It was a way that I could be externally applauded, and to me at that time, that's how I felt worthy of love. And so I overachieved, I over sacrificed. I asked people, I went out of my way to ask people to, buy this thing there or buy this thing there. And I was so depleted because I wasn't doing it out of a place of love. I was doing it out of a place of, but that's what's going to make me important. If I get that title, I'm going to be important. And so I overachieved. But like I said, it led me to burnout because it wasn't, none of those things actually mattered, but I put so much emphasis on them mattering that I just could not do it anymore. So does anyone else have a story like that? Like I said, I want you to think about stories like this that are coming up for you. And I'll tell you, the first year I did not hit the title that I was looking for. And so you better believe that the next 2 years I was going to stop at nothing to do it, which led to even more sacrificing, even more overachieving, and even more depleting myself in the end, because truthfully, I wasn't working with myself. I wasn't working with my flow. I was working based off somebody else's benchmarks, and it was really depleting me. Looking outside of me for the answers. Here is the second mistake. Oh, life looked good on the outside. Life looked good on the outside because I made sure to present myself. I was in my mid-20s. I can remember, oh gosh, this whole time in my life. Again, I love that version of myself so much, but my heavens, this was a hard time. So in my mid-20s, everything looked good from the outside, right? I had gone to college. I got the internship, which led to the job, which then I also got engaged and got married around that time. So everything looked peachy keen on the outside. I was skinny and fit and put together. Like the hair always looked good. The makeup always looked good. And on the inside, I was numb. I was disconnected, and I was frustrated. I'm never going to be blank enough is the statement for this mistake. What is yours, ladies? Put it in the chat box. I'm never going to be what enough? For me at that time in my life, it was thin enough. I went through a few really, really hard years of loathing this sacred body that I get to do life in. I'm never going to be thin enough. Whenever we put, and I'm just going to give it to you right here, whenever we utilize this sentence, I'm never going to be blank enough, it doesn't actually matter what word you put there. The truth of it all, what we're actually saying here is I'm never going to be worthy enough, because we have forgotten when we look to the outside, for our answers and for our validation, we're forgetting our internal innate worthiness. Hello, everybody. Please make sure you are muting as you hop in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. When we look, I don't know what that means, but that's cool. When we look to the outside, then we forget that we are innately worthy, and we're trying to ask somebody else to validate that worthiness for us. So that's what it comes down to here. The result led to me crying myself to sleep every single night. And I want you to picture this. So there's no natural flow here, right? This is forceful living. Story time, sleepy husband. I'm not kidding. Part of me, one of those pictures from earlier, it showed this girl who, again, she looked all put together on the outside. And every single night she cried herself to sleep, I begged my husband to tell me that I was thin, that I was skinny. And I begged for him to say it. And every night he would say it. And over time, he got frustrated with me because he was like, I can't tell you this enough, because even when I tell you, you don't believe me. And he was right, ladies. So I want you to really think about this. For those of you who make the mistake that I did, that you are looking to the outside world for that validation, do you actually ever believe it when you get it? Because my husband could tell me that till he was blue in the face that I looked amazing, that my body was incredible. But deep down, I didn't believe it because I didn't feel worthy, because I didn't love myself, because I didn't love my body. So I cried myself to sleep every single night because I was caught in a loop of needing that external validation, but not believing it when I got it. And so thus justifying the fact, proving the fact that I'm not good enough. And so the loop continued. This is another big mistake that I made, ladies. And I hold space for those of you because this one I feel really deep, even when I talk about it now. And it's been a decade. Linear living and giving up. So this is the third mistake that I made. Doing what was expected of me all the time. I looked at reality and I believed in it. I want you to hear that again. I looked at what I saw around me, and instead of looking at the possibilities of how things could get even better and more exciting, I looked at what was going on around me and I believed in it. It's kind of like, I use this example a lot. When you look at your bank account, you see what's there, but you also see what's not there. So oftentimes when we look at our bank account, we see this number, but then we start shaming ourselves because there's not enough money there, or there should be more money there. And you actually believe that there never will be more money there. So when I was living in this fashion, I looked at my reality and I believed in it. And that was to my detriment. I had no concept or imagination of there being a better way. The kind of term that I came up with during this mistake phase of my life was, well, I might as well just face it. This is just how it is. The result was this led to me feeling stuck and powerless. It led to me not even considering what I wanted and forgetting how to dream. Because, well, if this is just how it is, then I might as well just put my head down and get to work and just deal with it. Right? I hear a lot of this with my clients, that they get to a certain point in their life and they're just like, yeah, well, we gotta buckle down now. We gotta get serious now. Just gotta get to work, put our head down. No more imagination, no more dreaming, no more fun. They just kind of give up on themselves. Definitely no fun. And so, I mean, the story that I have for this is twofold. I have two of them. I worked in a hospital before I became an entrepreneur, and I was really good at it, ladies. I was really good at showing up, doing what was expected of me, getting my work done. And I was actually being groomed for upper management. I had my first son and I realized I didn't want to be doing that anymore. And it scared me because for me, it was easy at that time to just continue doing what I was told to be doing because that's how it was. This is just what we're going to do. Like, this is the money I'm going to make. This is the road I'm going to take. And I didn't want to do it anymore. Another example of this is my physical body. And I'm going to tell you another story about this later, but I didn't have a natural period for 14 years. And instead of asking myself why, I just looked and said, well, I just don't have a period. I'm a girl. I've got the parts. I could, I suppose, but this is just me. This is just how it is. So I'm just going to have to deal with this. This was my way of functioning and living and believing for so long. Hello, everybody who's showing up now. Does anybody have a story like this where it's kind of like they've kind of resigned to it? Like they're just doing what it is that they know they got to do, and not a lot of fun, but hey, got to pay the bills, right? Hey, it's just, that's how it is. It's how my body works. We're going to help you. We're going to help you retrain those thoughts tonight. So here's the truth of what was happening during this long season of my life. This was me relying only on me. And I want to ask you, what if it didn't have to be so hard? What if we could connect with something bigger than us? What if we surrendered control of the way we think it has to be and allowed space for more, allowed space for better? What if you worked with Mama Nature, with your own cycle, and you started ebbing and flowing rather than living so disconnected from everyone you love, most especially yourself? What if I did this for me? What if you did this for you? These questions hitting hard for anybody? Take a deep breath, have a sip of water. 4 years ago, I started to feel a stirring within me. 4 years ago, ladies, I started to feel a stirring within me. And my guess is you're feeling this stirring too. And now you want to know the secrets to fully reconnect with your truth. Am I right? So you can stop feeling alone, like you're spinning your wheels and that you aren't worthy of living this way. There's that W word, worthy. So a journaling prompt for you. This is a good screenshot page. What does your stirring feel like? Oh, that's supposed to say it. What is it asking of you? What is this stirring asking of you? Because I know for me, after finally learning to listen to myself and listen to my inner stirring and I started to sync with the moon, I learned that life could be way easier than I was making it out to be. I learned that when I stopped abandoning myself, ladies, hear that and feel that. When I stopped abandoning myself, that's what I was doing when I made those 3 mistakes. I was abandoning myself. I was forgetting my worthiness. I was overachieving to get some external applause when really my work needed to be done with reconnecting and loving me. When I stopped abandoning myself by believing that I was wrong for not abiding by external rules and started following my own intuition, everything felt better. And how we feel matters, my friends. I am a part of a grander universal picture, and I'm worthy of that, and so are you. Within the same year of letting Mumma Moon lead the way. So I told you everything that I was doing wrong, right? And then I started connecting in with the moon cycle and with Mumma Moon. Within the same year of letting Mumma Moon lead the way, I started syncing my non-existent cycle to the moon. I didn't have a period, so I didn't know where my cycle began or ended. But as I started following the moon cycle, the 8 phases of the moon cycle that I practice and that I follow and that I teach in my various spaces of coaching, I connected with the moon and I connected to my cycle. I started eating, exercising, sleeping, and working better. Wouldn't that be amazing? If you could start eating better just because you connected with the moon cycle, that you could pick up on the nuances of you actually craving this food during this phase and this food during this phase. Wouldn't it be cool to know when you should start scheduling different work activities based on the moon cycle? I've been able to do all these things and now I help women with that and it is so fun. I got my period back. Oh my gosh, I healed my body, ladies, and got a period back after not having one naturally, after being told that I couldn't have one. My business continued flowing down the path to here today. And I feel tonight, having this conversation with you, that I am truly in alignment with who I am and what I do and what I'm meant to do in this world. My services with which I help my clients have never been more on point and helpful and true to me, so true for my women than ever before. Following the moon helped me get here tonight. I could feel and hear my own intuition clearly. I became more calm. Do you know people call me calm now? It's amazing. I was never called calm before. Now people say, oh my gosh, you're so zen. You're the calmest person on the call. That actually intimidates people now because I'm grounded in my truth, because I know where I am in the cycle at all times, and that matters. I'm actually having fun in my life. I'm connecting more with my family. And I've started loving myself. And ladies, within 2 years of starting to connect with Mumma Moon, I got pregnant and had a baby. Talk about magic and miracles, right? Like, whoa, those are big. Now we're going to get into it even deeper. So journaling prompt for you to think about, what do you want your life to look like in a year? If all this can happen for me, and I'm literally no different, I'm no more special than you, I just learned how to connect with the moon cycle, then what do you want your life to look like in a year? If you could have all of this syncing up start to take place, what would happen for you? Again, I haven't done anything you can't do. I know this because I know how you feel. You feel hopeless that things will never be different. You feel pressure to exceed or at least keep you from drowning. You feel guilt for wanting more, but not knowing how, and certainly not having time. And you're too busy to learn about things that interest you. You feel too rushed to listen to the inner stirrings. Can I get a nod? Are we there? Yeah. I see you, Nicole. Yeah, I see you, Joanna. I see it. So I knew I had to change. I'm presuming that you're feeling similarly, which is why you're here tonight. So this is exactly why once I figured out the secret sauce of connecting with Mumma Moon and how easy it was, I knew I had to share it with every other woman that I could. I feel so awful remembering those nights burning the candle with no soul-centered reward, thinking about crying myself next to my husband while he slept, thinking about all those pressure-filled, horrible feelings that I had when I was trying to overachieve, and for what? I said at the beginning of this presentation tonight, I said at the beginning of this masterclass, that this feels important because I feel like I've uncovered the secret of how it is we're meant to live. And I've got to share it with women. I've got to provide them an opportunity to be supported in this. I am convicted in this. You don't have to live this way either, ladies. In the past 3 years, I've aligned with natural cyclicality, healed my body and heart, and learned how to be and love who I truly am. And I didn't have to take time away from my family or waste hours aimlessly scrolling in hopes of finding a quick fix. She's right out there. And my intuition is right in here. And we forget that that's all we need. It's all we need, ladies. So this is a long side, but I want to just get really real with you. I truly believe you can have whatever it is you want. I truly believe that if you sync your own intuition to the moon, miracles will abound, magic will abound. But I can't guarantee you will get results because I can't guarantee that you're going to do the inner and outer work. I've done it. I know what it looks like to do the inner and outer work, and helping women with their inner and outer work, oh gosh, that means everything to me. But you and I both know that action has to come from inspiration, from a feeling deep within you. So if you will commit to yourself that you actually will take that inspiration, if you will take my guidance and the moon's guidance and really do it in a way that supports and serves you, you will change. Bottom line, if you want to reconnect with the truth of who you really are, you need to do the inner and inspired outer work to get it done, and the life of your dreams is worth it. Can I get a freaking hell yeah, amen, go goddess, whatever it is works for you. Ladies, the life of your dreams is worth it. You do not have to continue living a mundane, exhausted, uninspired life anymore. We're going to tap into it right now. So here's what you're about to discover. The 3 secrets to reconnecting to truth, thanks to what the moon taught me. And I'm going to help you sink into it for yourself. Secret number 1, how to flow with life versus steam engine through it without losing all that you've worked hard for, because I know that you've worked hard up till now. We're not going to drop and try to leave what you've done or abandon what you've done if it still matters and if it's still applicable. But we're going to stop emptying your cup by steam engineing through. I came up with that term, steam engineering through. And we're going to start teaching you how to flow. We're going to help you listen, hear, and connect with your body, even though you've spent most of your life hating her, right? I'm not saying anything that's not true. I know that I'm not. I shared my stories with you to show you that you're not alone. I've been there. I know the feelings. This is why this matters to me. Here we flow. And secret 3, there is an ebb and a flow to everything. Mumma Moon waxes and wanes up there. There are 8 phases to the moon cycle that I follow. Every other one is a waxing and waning, waxing and waning. There is a built-in, I call it a moon print, blueprint for you to follow that will actually teach you how to go and rest, go and be, do and be. It's just that beautiful ebb and flow, yin and yang, that we've heard so much about, but we haven't allowed ourselves to experience until now. Until now, ladies, right? Until now. You can love yourself. You can love yourself, whether you are being or doing, and you can have fun. So, so funny what happens when you do this. Okay, secret number 1, the moon helps you flow with life versus steam engine through it, and you don't have to give up all that you've worked so hard for. Do you like my steam engine? I was getting crafty for you, ladies. Okay, so I know you, right? I know we are in a room with a bunch of beautiful other women. I want you to actually take a look around. I say this a lot. I say this whether you've seen me at True You Live, my live event that I host in Portland, Maine, whether you've been in one of my programs, whether you've seen me on freaking Insta stories. It is not often that we walk into a room and we can guarantee that every single other person in that room is willing to do the deep work that we are willing to do, that we're willing to learn about it, willing to apply it. Look around you. These women are. You are in a safe space. Isn't that nice? You can't walk into Starbucks and know that every person there is doing the same work. You can't walk into like a family holiday and know that, right? Like, you are here. You have chosen to be here. So I know you. You've got to do it all, right? If you surrender, it feels like death. Like, the word surrender makes you want to actually throw up because you feel like that would mean you're dying. Control gives you comfort. You love wearing that busy badge of honor. Your worth is found in your work. If you barrel through at lightning speed, no one will know you're faking it, which then leads to your true fear that you're not good enough, or that they're going to figure you out, or that you're an imposter. And if you're not doing something, you're lazy. So you got to always be in motion. Also, there's a flip side to this too. Because if you don't do it, which means that you're steam engineing in a whole other direction than where your heart is really pulling you to, you can't get hurt. So if you're busying yourself over here, even though you know your true work is over here, at least you can't get hurt. Because although that might suck, at least you can count on it sucking. You feel like you need someone else to tell you what to do, because who are you to do this work? Who are you to start loving yourself and trusting yourself? And sometimes it's really scary to make a change. Yeah? Anybody falling into this category at all? I know. I got you. I got you, girls. If you don't start the thing, at least nothing will change. You claim you want change. You claim you want things to be different. But if you keep doing this thing over there, then at least you know you can manage the mundaneness of this all. It's not going to be really good, but you can't get really hurt either. You can actually work with the moon, ladies, and get better results, not to mention have a better quality of life. I want you to follow this. Flow leads to self-trust. If you allow yourself to open up and flow through a process, and do what you say you're going to do, you're going to learn how to trust yourself. Self-trust leads to self-knowing. As you learn how to trust yourself more, you learn more about yourself. You learn that you're dependable. You learn that you're resilient. You learn different nuances that maybe when you actually rest, you get more rejuvenated and you get inspired thoughts, so that will lead you into a very happy, high-functioning self as opposed to a burnt-out, high-functioning self. And self-knowing leads to looking at what you want and participating in the process of bringing it to fruition. I don't know about you, but I'd take a screenshot of this page. Pull out the cameras, ladies. Flow leads to self-trust, which leads to self-knowing. Self-knowing leads to looking at what you want and participating in the process of bringing it to fruition. Take Kelly, for example. Kelly is one of my one-to-one clients who is also a member of my True You tent and my Moon Cycle Collective. This is how she, following the moon, helped her to stop flowing and stop forcing and start flowing. I gave you my stories, but I think it's really important that you connect in with other women here as well. So Kelly says, working with the moon has helped her release and invite in emotion. How many of you have blocked off emotion? Like, she's released rage toward a family member. She's also invited in clarity and ease with dance parties. She uncovered these things by working with the moon cycle. She laughs more, she's more creative, and she makes more time for the creativity to flow. She says she feels excited and supported, like who I am is exactly who I need to be. I like what I'm creating. I feel proud, like I'm being the best model I can be for my kiddos, and I'm wholeheartedly giving back to what I love oh so much. Kelly, like I said, I work with her intimately. I love her. She is incredible. She has an incredible business, and this is her at an in-person moon cycle or a moon retreat, a new moon retreat that I hosted, which, I can't wait to host them again and just hug you all in person. That's going to be fun. But these are some of the experiences that I've had with Kelly. So now I'm going to ask you, now that we've talked about that and we've brought it to the surface, would you rather continue steam engineering through and subsequently staying stuck and staring up from the bottom of that bone dry empty cup? Or would you like to learn how to sync up and actually go with the flow, to call in your dreams, to call in abundance, call in more connection and more fun? Put 1 or 2 in the chat box. Let's see. I'm just going to open up this chat for a second here. Oh, yes. I love seeing those 2s. Oh, the Hogwarts Express, Nicole. Oh my gosh, yes, that's what I was thinking of. Natalie, I must change. I don't have a choice anymore. I must heal, girl. I got you. Valerie, thank you. Okay. My husband would be shocked if I was calm. My husband, he actually told me a story of people said to him, have asked him, like, what does your wife do as an intuitive life coach? And he actually said to me once, he goes, well, she just went from being like boom, 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 boom to like, flowing through life and like enjoying herself. I was like, that's how you describe me to people? Because that's actually how I describe myself to people. So that was really nice that we had that great moment there. So look at, do you see the moon right here? This is my backyard in the springtime. So ladies, like I said, there are 8 phases in the moon cycle. You can learn about them super intimately. And you can connect in with each of them. Each of them has their own magic to them. And every other one, here's what I want you to take away from for like the tangible about the moon cycle right here. We can wax and wane with the moon. Every other one is a go energy, be energy, go energy, be energy. You do not look up in the sky and like see the moon deciding, oh, this cycle, I'm just going to stay full the whole time. No, she's constantly ebbing and flowing up there. She's constantly appreciating and being with, flowing with her beautiful rhythm. And that's what we're meant to do too. So I can actually teach you how to do this by giving you tools and practices I've used. I also know that living a life you want to live alongside people who also want that, which means they get you, is actually what you want. We just talked about that. You don't have to be so exhausted anymore. Right? Remember, self-trust leads to self-knowing. You can flow, and I can teach you how. Hang tight. I got you. Take a deep breath. Secret number 2. Secret number 2. The moon teaches you how to listen, feel, and connect with your body. All right, ladies, cozy in. I'm going to check the time. Oh, good. Oh, good. On schedule, ladies. Don't you love that? Of course we're right on schedule. We're flowing here. So now that we know that we don't have to be a crazy person and we can actually live in flow by trusting and knowing ourselves, let's learn how to do this in our physical bodies, right? Our bodies are what we get to do this life in. I want you to think about that. You've been with your body 100% of the days that you've been alive. You are alive because you have this body and you live in this body. Our body is the home to our soul and the means in which we actively do life. I'm giving you new ways of thinking about your body because I know that you've been picking her apart for years and years and years and years because you've been focusing on little tiny parts about yourself that you don't like because some external programming told you that that's not good enough. I'm here to remind you what this body is actually all about. We get to do life in this body. It is the home to our soul. We are a combo of the physical and the spiritual. We can physically connect to the energetic because of that spiritual part of ourselves. Guess what the moon is, ladies? The moon is energy, and she's constantly ebbing and flowing with that energy. We can actually connect in our physical body to the moon's energy because we have that same waxing and waning capacity within us. Our bodies are the tools used to bringing the soul's calling to fruition. So she is going to be the first thing to whisper to us what she needs in order to fulfill our soul's calling most efficiently. Wow. Wow. This is me laying down, listening to my body when she needed me to rest. I'm wearing running clothes. I didn't go running that day. This body needed a rest. And so I listened. How great would it feel to listen to your body, ladies, and give it what she wants and needs and learn how to love her for her physical qualities and spiritual connectedness? The moon can teach you how to do this. I want you to read that again. How would it feel to love your body for both her physical qualities and her spiritual connectedness? So I don't know about you, I've spent a lot of time looking at the mirror at the physical qualities that I have that I deemed subpar, forgetting how magical they truly are. Ladies, your body is the thing that you get to do life in. She's spiritually connected to the abundant source of loving energy that surrounds us. It is time we start using her accordingly. I know what you've been doing. You hate your body. You overwork it based on someone else's formula that guarantees perfection. You're living life like this is painful to your body and soul, and it sucks, so you self-sabotage. So living life like this. So you hate your body, you overwork it, but that's painful. So you self-sabotage. And then that self-sabotage proves that you're a failure and will never have a body that is lovable. So you're right back to hating your sweet body. Does this cycle sound about right? Does this resonate with anybody? Yeah, it's painful what we do to this sweet physical substance that has our heart within it and our soul all around it. So I remember standing in my bedroom exhausted and sore. And it may have actually been that day. I remember standing in my bedroom exhausted and sore. And I was the queen of following fitness programs to a T. Like I like took great pride in being able to follow this program to the T and follow the eating meal to the T. And that worked. Like, yeah, I got fitness results and I was so depleted afterwards. This was again, in my very provy time of life. I remember standing in my bedroom exhausted and sore and actually asking myself the question, what do I need right now? Ladies, there are different times during the moon cycle that the moon actually invites us. And I think this skipped over a slide. If I don't get it, I'll send it in the email with the replay. I have a chart that I made that says where the moon is in its cycle and what type of exercise our body actually craves based on the moon cycle. So I remember standing in my bedroom exhausted and sore. And for the first time, I went and did a little yoga and stretching and laid out on the grass instead of going for like a 7-mile run. And I was so proud of myself because it was me learning how to trust myself, back to secret number 1. And my body thanked me for it. So here I go. Did you know there are certain times of the month where we crave certain exercises and certain foods? Did you know that because our physical body responds to energetic stirrings, we can actually learn how to redefine what loving our body actually means? The waxing and waning impacts us everywhere. During the waning times of the moon cycle, please, for the love of all things holy, do not try to bench press 4 million pounds or go and run 25 miles. Ladies, this is the time to go inward and nurture. And yoga is delicious. And during the times where you could go out and slay the day, don't like go and like stretch and be in like savasana forever. Go for the run. Honor yourself. Yes, there are certain times of the month where you're going to crave dark chocolate, but there's also certain times of the month where you're going to crave berries and you're going to crave a lean chicken on a salad. And there's going to be certain times of the month that you're going to crave more carbs. Working with these cycles and understanding them gives you permission to feed, fuel, and move your body the way it actually is asking you to. How would it feel to show your body love by giving her what she needs to feel most nourished when she needs it? How would it feel to witness your physical body transform externally because you've loved her so well based on cyclicality? Here's a journaler for you. Take a picture of this slide. How do you want to feel in your body? How do you want to talk to your body? Wouldn't it be awesome to feed your body the way it wants to be fed, not because you're addicted to sugar and you feel like you need to eat that way all the time, or not because you like ate too much like chocolate, so now you need to eat lettuce for the next 3 days? Like, no, let's work with our bodies, ladies. And this is what the moon cycle has available for us. Our physical body has ways of telling us what our soul needs. And when we physically respond to what our soul needs, we invite love in internally. And when we invite love in internally, it starts to show externally. This is another slide you're probably going to want to take a picture of. So August 8th, 2018, why does this date matter? Because this is the date of the Lionsgate portal opening. It is the date of Leo, like the zodiac Leo, really bringing to us that strength and that confidence and that prowess and that embodiment. It's also the date that after about 14 and a half years of not having a natural period, I got one. Earlier that year, I did skip a slide. I don't know how that happened, and I apologize. It's a good, I'll send you the picture because it's a good one. Earlier that year, I sat in front of a fire outside my house, little campfire, and I mapped out the moon cycle, each of the phases. And I can teach you all these phases. You can also Google them. You can also go on Instagram, but one-stop shopping is kind of nice. I mapped out every phase of the moon cycle. I also mapped out where our female cycle tends to fall along in alignment with the moon cycle. I also mapped out how to support our bodies physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually during each phase. And I started living my life according to that cycle. I started following the moon cycle because here's why, ladies, hear me when I say this. Why should we follow the moon cycle? Because as you start to pick up on how you feel during different parts of the cycle, you start to pick up on patterns, right? I know that the disseminating moon, I'm going to get to this, is a time period that I'm going to be under a blankie every single cycle because it's a time of deep nurturing for me. Why does that matter? Because now I can proactively support myself during those times. And in following the moon cycle, I healed my body enough. I trained my body to tap into cyclicality that I gave myself a period, ladies. I was told I wasn't going to have a natural period, and I did. So let me tell you about Denise. Again, another one of my students that her story is just so profound. Before tapping into the moon and living by her cycle, she was struggling with anxiety, self-doubt, and never putting herself and her needs first. What had changed for her is that she has more peace with herself and her feelings and hardly any anxiety anymore, ladies. She's so happy, relaxed, and at peace, and her life looks so very bright and happy. She's definitely had breakthroughs with her emotions and physical body and used to have so much anxiety and self-doubt, and now she doesn't anymore because she started tapping into the moon cycle. So when we learn how our body feels when it feels good, when we learn where in our bodies we get our intuitive hits, that's important too. We have more awareness of what is happening in and how to best utilize our bodies to bring out our soul's calling. We learn how to trust ourselves. We start knowing ourselves. July 2nd, 2019. Yeah, you thought August 8th, 2018 was the end of the miracle. July 2nd, 2019, I was in between one-to-one client calls. I realized that I had been getting a period since August and they were getting closer and closer together. I never got to that 29-ish day cycle that is the female cycle. It's also the moon cycle, right? But they were getting closer and closer together. And I realized on July 2nd, 2019, that the last period I'd had was in April. You know what I did in between coaching calls? I went up and took a pregnancy test, ladies. And guess what? That sucker was positive. I was told I would never have a baby naturally. I have 2 beautiful sons through the IUI process, and I'm so grateful for that process. I'm so beyond grateful for that. And I'm also beyond grateful that I started asking why I didn't have a period. And I started working with this cycle because it literally brought me my 3rd son. Don't tell me miracles can't happen. Do not tell me miracles can't happen. Do not tell me you can't have everything that your heart possibly could ever desire or didn't even know it desired. Cyclicality, working with ourselves the way we are meant to work and live and function, matters. I have a 3rd kid because of the moon cycle. It's pretty miraculous. So hearing the promptings and trusting the whispers is something we can learn. And I go deep into that in my Moon Cycle Collective Vault in Sisterhood. And we'll get to that in a minute. Look at, there's baby Nathan. Look at him. Oh my gosh. Oh, he's delicious. Okay, pulse check. How's everybody doing? How's everyone doing? We good? Still with us? Can we move our arms a little bit? I'm not kidding. Do something. Change your state, change your energy. Yes, good, 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 good. Get a sip of water. Ooh, some neck rolls. I also invite you to take a big deep breath into your belly because as I know, as you're watching this, you're hearing a lot of truths about yourself that you may not have wanted to face. And it's big. This is big stuff. So like actual pulse check. How's your heart doing? Are you feeling it? Are you remembering it? Okay, secret number 3. The moon reminds us that there is an ebb and flow to everything. This is the good stuff, friends. Look, I even have arrows. You know something important is coming. You can love yourself, whether you are being or doing. Hold on. Oh, that's a funny slide. Look at that. Should be up a little bit further. Okay. You can love yourself, whether you are being or doing. I tend to think that you want to believe in that you can both be and do. You could actually rest. I tend to think you want to actually believe in that, but you have been conditioned to believing that you have to work for love and be constantly doing, or you have to be something other than who you truly are in order to be loved. Am I right? Everything is a cycle. Everything is a cycle. We cannot breathe out without breathing in. The day cannot begin if the night never ends. We cannot give without being able to receive. The leaves cannot fall off the trees if they never bud. The moon flows in a constant cycle, and so do we women, goddesses. I know. You don't have time to slow down. I know. Feeling the full spectrum of emotions can be painful. I know these things, but that's only functioning in half of the moon cycle. Is only functioning in half of the moon cycle is robbing you. If you are only functioning in that go, never say die. If I go so fast I don't have to feel, then you're literally not allowing yourself to function in the other half of what is available to you. If you're constantly going and you're never being, you are only functioning in half of your capacity, 50% of your capacity. And guess what? That 50% is depleting you because you're not allowing the full fruition of that 100% to actually serve you. The moon waxes and wanes and gives us opportunities to do and be during these phases to best support ourselves and to live cyclically. I remember, so who else loves the song? It's a long December and there's a reason to believe. So this past year, in December, I was pregnant. I was going to have Nathan in February. And I was so scared. I was so scared because I was craving the downtime. I was craving being in a nest with Nathan and just being and not doing and not needing to meet any external expectations, not over functioning. I was craving it so bad, but I was scared of it. I was scared of it because I thought that if I was going to be missing out on something. This was just this past December. Ladies, there is beauty in the rest. I have a one-to-one client, Caitlin, and she said to me the other day, rest is a verb. I was like, that is the best line ever. Rest is a verb. I have always felt that if I'm not doing, I'm dying. That's not how it is, ladies. We need a winter. We need our waning times because it is in those waning times when we rest that we actually rejuvenate. And anybody else like get really awesome thoughts when they're in the shower because they're kind of in that meditative space, or when you're driving? It's because you're allowing yourself to be. And when we allow ourselves to be, thoughts pop in. Inspired action gets to take place. When we live by the natural ebb and flow of the energy we feel within us, we are more productive, we are more profitable, we are more connected, and we are more supported. Building your life proactively around the moon cycle helps you maximize on all you want to do at the time you feel most powerful in doing it. I know that there's so many things you ladies want to do, but if you're spending all of the time doing all of the things, you're going to be exhausted and you're never going to be inspired to do the things you actually want to do. So pull up a blanket and let's talk about the disseminating moon. This is the phase in the moon cycle that is right after the full moon. This is the phase that we are called into deep levels of nourishment and nurturing. This is the phase that for about 3 days, my family can pretty much count on me crying my eyes out and just being very quiet and introverted because a lot of emotion comes up for me during this phase. And guess what? I hated that phase for so long. I thought something was wrong with me. Why couldn't I just barrel through? Now I know proactively. Last month, oh gosh, October, ladies, October has been a month. My husband even looked at me. He goes, okay, because now they know. Now my family knows. He goes, babe, I know it's the disseminating moon, but you seem really in there. Like, are you okay? Because I was just really quiet. And I was like, yeah, no, it's the moon. It's a really heavy one. But it was so nice that I know this enough about myself and now my family knows it enough about me. And on the other side of that, I came out guns a-blazing. I actually think I finished this presentation for you after that because I had allowed myself to rest into what I was meant to be feeling and not overdoing to overcompensate for how I was feeling. When we wax and wane with the moon, we maximize on the full cycle. We are more well-rounded. All of our needs get met. We can truly trust ourselves. There's that word trust again. When we let the ends of the circle come back together, we reconnect to our knowing. And this is where the fun is. When you are able to live fully connected and ebbing and flowing, you dare ask yourself what it is you want, and you give it to yourself. You know your patterns, so you know how to take care of yourself. And that's really fun. And it allows more space for fun. So you are on this webinar because you want to reconnect with your truth. You also want to reconnect with your family, your body, your happiness, your purpose, your wants, your desires, your dreams. The moon has this all available for you in her cycle. Are you feeling that now? Yeah, good work. I know how to help you maximize on your connectivity to this cycle and connectivity to yourself. Another journaling prompt. How would it feel to stop forcing and start flowing? This is a picture of me on the final day of one of my retreats for one of my coaching groups, and that has ebbed and flowed a little bit. And it just feels so good to be honoring ourselves and doing the things we want to do and being and honoring the way we need and get to be. So let's flow with Maria. Maria used to make the to-do list of what she thought she needed, but felt like they were out of reach, and that made her moody. So she didn't understand any of it until it became aware of the 28, 29-ish day moon cycle. And now she sees the rhythm and she feels that she's in flow, which makes her actually feel in more control. Not that like grippy control, like, oh my gosh, I have to hold on to the seams so that they don't rip apart, but she feels more generally in control of her life because she's learned how to ebb and flow. The new outlook on the moon every month starts with my fabulous questions. How do you want to feel? And this was the aha for her because she never thought she could trust her own feelings until now. Maria is part of the Moon Cycle Collective. Now she can meditate and trust herself to put good things on her radar, such as all the positive things that she deserves and needs and wants and hopes for. She might say, I want to feel empowered, helpful, connected, and healthy. And somehow through the process of the 28-day cycle, things organically happen. It's pretty magical when the desired feeling comes to fruition. All right, ladies, now I have shown you that it is possible to flow with life versus steam engineering through it. Yes, you can fill that bone dry, empty cup. That listening, hearing, and connecting with your body, even though you've spent most of your life hating her, is not only possible, but it's actually the best way to love yourself and to live out your soul's calling. That's nature syncing, sister. And that there is a natural ebb and flow to everything. You can love yourself, whether you are being or doing, which is the best kind of fun. This is what it's like. This picture was taken after I had had a huge breakdown / breakthrough. I dropped my masks. I stopped living in an externally validating way. And I started feeling connected to my truth in every phase, body iteration, and flow of my life. I now get to participate in life the way I want. And this is available for you too, ladies. If you followed what I shared with you today, do you think that you could reconnect to the truth of who you are? Well, I'm asking you, do you actually think that? If you followed this, do you think you could do it? Do you finally feel that it's actually possible to live the way you were meant to live? To have more fun, to release the stress and guilt you've been harboring for years? So I'd love to share with you the exact process I use that has helped me reconnect with my truth. Would that be okay? We good? Live life according to Mumma Moon's guidance. So I call this the True Moon Method. My exact process, what I've learned, all that I've taught you tonight, what I do, how I connect, is inside the vault and the sisterhood that I've created called the Moon Cycle Collective. You've heard me mention that a couple of times tonight. What's in the Moon Cycle Collective? Everything that you need to start connecting into the truth of who you are, utilizing the ebb and flow of Mumma Moon, your intuitive guidance, my intuitive guidance and coaching, and sisterhood. Trainings, meditations, connection, and coaching all take place in the Moon Cycle Collective. This is a fast track to intuitive living, and it's a one sacred stop for true self cyclicality. The Moon Cycle Collective is for a mama like Lindsay, who's a stay-at-home mom who desires to make an impact in this world, but is too scared to ask for this time to make a change, launch her business, attend a personal development event, whatever. It's for a woman like Anna, who is constantly battling her body and hating the skin she's in, but wants to be better because her kids are watching her. And for a soul sister like Julia, who is burnt out from wearing all the masks she wears and is interested in energy and witchiness and goddess work, but has no idea where to start. The Moon Cycle Collective is essentially for all of us and any of us who are ready to tap into this self-knowing and self-love and self-trust. Look, there's another circle that we'll get to do in person someday, ladies. My actual calling in life is to help women uncover their truest selves. It's to help them all in circle with one another. Remember what is naturally available for us to sink into. I love going deep. I love sisterhood. And guess what? That's what we all actually want. That's why you're all here. This is what we as women crave and want. So I actually have a couple testimonials for you right here. I know that I could talk about how amazing the Moon Cycle Collective is, but I thought that I would bring you some words directly from our women. If you want to take a screenshot of this, please do so. I want to highlight Angie. She just joined the Moon Cycle Collective a month ago. And these words really, they really landed for me. For many years, I had been searching and trying different methods to relieve the heavy burdens I'd been carrying. Jillian's intuitive coaching and Moon Cycle Collective has opened up my soul and allowed me to view and understand myself in ways I never have before. So Maria says, Jillian makes me feel entirely comfortable always. I feel no judgment and pressure. She's taught me how to use a sacred space to get still and quiet. Everything seems to make so much sense in this space. She has taught me more than the facts of the 8 cycles of the moon. She dives into different energies, and I feel like I'm in full on action mode. And I'm able to support myself. I love learning and the interesting tidbits about the moon from her. And Denise says, Jillian, especially, and the Moon Cycle Collective have helped me by being there for me. And she appreciated my amazing and loving heart, which is so kind. We were always there listening, giving her words of wisdom and support. And I love the women in this space so much. And I'm excited to present this to you tonight. So what's in the Moon Cycle Collective vault? There are trainings that are 15 minutes or less. I told you I'm going to honor your time, and that goes in everything that I do. There are trainings on the moon that are broken into bite-sized pieces so that you can actually learn about each and every single training without having to Google over here and Google over there. I've got them all for you in the vault. I'm always learning and connecting and listening to what our Moon Cycle Collective members need and adding to the vault based on answering what they're interested in and what they're wanting to learn about the moon. And there's also a moon phase meditation library. You can go on YouTube and you can search full moon meditation, new moon meditation, and you'll find a plethora of them. But I've created a specific library that has a meditation for each phase of the moon cycle. And that is totally available to you in the vault. And because I know how deeply you want to learn how to trust yourself, but you don't want to sacrifice what you already love, I've intentionally designed everything in there. I give you things that you already want to do. I know you want to be meditating more. I'm going to give you specific meditations that are going to hone in on your skills and support you right where you are, so that you can actually meditate in a way that's supportive and that you want to be doing. And I'm going to teach you what you crave to learn in the vault. You get to ask me, and I get to create trainings based on what you want. And it's already chock full of tons of really potent information in there. And I provide built-in connection, sisterhood on purpose, people who get it. Reconnecting to yourself by doing things you crave with the types of people you crave will help you feel more connected to your life. Moreover, it will help you connect more with the people in your life. And that's what we're here for. Because my kids and my husband are the very first people who benefit from my cyclical living outside of myself. And I know that each and every single one of you feels the importance of that. Soul sister, I don't want you to feel disconnected anymore. I don't want you to feel like you have to sacrifice yourself and your family time anymore. I don't want you feeling guilty for asking for what you need anymore. I do want to support and love you as you embody what was yours to begin with, a life of cyclicality, fun, flow, and love, following the guidance of me and Mumma Moon. Look at how pretty! So these are some images for the Moon Cycle Collective. This is our Facebook group photo, as well as an image of the Moon Cycle Vault that you have access to. So the Moon Cycle Vault value is $5.99. We're going to get to the actual price in a second, but I've got a couple other surprises for you. So what about the sisterhood? Sure, the vault is filled with super important, high value knowledge and meditations. But for me, quite simply, learning and embodying this stuff wasn't enough. I needed and deeply desired sisterhood. I needed other women that I could look to, and I knew they would be there for me. So the first bonus I'm going to give you, should you decide to join the Moon Cycle Collective tonight, is exclusive access to our private Facebook Moon Sister Circle and 2 live meditations every single month. This is a $1,000 value. This is no joke. I pour so much love into this space. The value is amazing. Hang tight. So here's what you're going to get. You're going to get the vault, and you're going to get this incredible sisterhood. Total value, over $1,500. Value, over $1,500. Hang with me. So how do I incorporate this all into my life? Aha! This is where the second level cyclicality magic resides, because you can learn, embody, and connect in the Moon Cycle Collective, but your life is still happening around you. Yes? Like you can tap in and learn all about connecting in with the moon, but your life is still going on, and I know that. So intuitive life coaching is crucial to your cyclical connection, to your true self-discovery journey. So bonus number 2 is a monthly group intuitive life coaching call. Again, this is a $1,500 value just for the call itself, because it is so potent. It is something that I pour time and effort and energy in my coaching into. You're not just going to come into this space and get guided meditations and learn a couple of things. I'm going to actually coach you through what's coming up for you in your life every single month in this group call. So here's the value of all that you're going to get. Total value, $3,000 for all that you're going to get tonight. So how do I build upon this flow-filled life? As I started sinking in with the moon cycle, I felt limitless and flowy, but realized all the forcing had caused me to forget how to dream. So I got to work learning how to dream again and helping those dreams come true. And in alignment with my truth, I cataloged everything that I did to start learning how to manifest the life that I wanted to live, to start learning how to dream again, so I could help you remember how to dream again. So you're actually going to get, for free, as a bonus to joining the Moon Cycle Collective, access to my Dream Quest program, which is an 8-week, it was originally an 8-week program, and it's deep and rich and filled with so many trainings, step-by-step trainings and worksheets to help you learn how to dream again. So again, if you decide to join the Moon Cycle Collective and get this level of support, learn the things in the vault, have access to the sisterhood and the meditations, get coached by me, and learn how to dream again, the value is over $5,000. I want you to reconnect with the truth of who you are. And I know following the guidance of Mumma Moon and me is the way to do that. I know that. I know that because I've lived it. So here's the heartbeat question. What would connecting with, living out, and being the truth of who you really are mean to you? How would it change your life? How would it allow your dreams to be recognized? How would it change the dynamics of your family? I encourage you to journal on this, but also like real-time talk. How would this change things for you if you had this level of support? If all the Moon Cycle Collective did was ground into and build upon what we've learned tonight, and we have learned a lot tonight, ladies. I know you have learned a lot, and I know that you're at capacity of learning. But if we could continue grounding in and building upon it and actually teach you how to sync this into your life, so you're not doing what I did and piecemealing all the things together from all the different sources and you get it from one stop, would it be worth it? Like, I'm asking you, would it be worth it? If it helped you to stop running yourself full steam into the ground, leaving you exhausted as you fight against what nature actually has available for you, would it be worth it? If it could teach you how to love and work with your body, would it be worth it? If it could help you learn how and when to go and to rest and become more abundant, fulfilled, and happy because it, would it be worth it? Take a deep breath. I want you to actually feel this. Here's the good stuff. Ooh, this is fun, like building up the anticipation. How are we doing? I see your faces. I got you. If you lived a life where you trusted and loved yourself because you lived according to the natural flow and love of the universe, what would that be worth to you? Here it is, ladies. The total value of everything that I'm offering to you tonight is over $5,000. Normally, I would charge $399 a month for this, no problem. But I am going to offer this up to you because you are an incredible, I mean, you took this incredible opportunity. You said yes to joining this masterclass. You want to learn. I am going to give this to you for $99 a month. $99 a month for all of the above. The website is right here. And I've got one more thing in store for you. But I would love it if you are ready, go to this website right now and go ahead and join the Moon Cycle Collective. You are going to get all of those things with a value of over $5,000, knowing that I could charge $400 for this, and I'm giving this to you for $99 a month today. We all have two options. We can continue staying the same, or we can answer our inner calling and change. I knew I had to change. I said that on a slide earlier. I had to change. So I created this sacred space in sisterhood to help you answer that deep knowing as well. Final truth-telling opportunity. Are you ready to truly fill that bone dry, empty cup? Tap into cyclicality and flow through life having fun. Are you ready to find the answers and support to all of those things in one sacred place instead of piecemealing it all together like I did? Are you ready to uncover the true you via the True Moon method? If so, I have a special fast action bonus for you. If you join the Moon Cycle Collective, I encourage you to do it tonight while it's on your heart, while it's on your mind, and before you get too heady about it. But if you join by Friday, today is Tuesday, at the time that I'm recording this, I may repurpose this. And so obviously at that point, this bonus will be no longer, but as you saw, the value from before is totally worth it. If you join by Friday, I'm actually going to invite you in as a special bonus to join us for a special Samhain ceremony in my True You tent. So joining the Moon Cycle Collective gets you access to everything in the Moon Cycle Collective. I also have another group coaching program that I do called the True You tent. There is more one-to-one coaching in that space. We celebrate the eight Sabbats throughout the year. A Sabbat is a festival, a divine feminine holiday and celebration. And Halloween happens to represent and be Samhain. And we're getting into the old ancient tradition, ceremony, and ritual. We're going to be doing that on Friday night. So if you join, and go ahead, if you join right now, I want you to pop it in the chat box because I want to celebrate you. But if you join by Friday, you actually will have access to this. This is not something I've ever done for my Moon Cycle Collective before, but I ran it by my True You 10 ladies today. And in abundance, with abundance leading the way, we're tapping into cyclicality of all things. And the True You 10 is about cyclicality with the moon cycle, but it's also about cyclicality with the seasons and celebration and ritual. And so you will get to come and experience the Samhain ceremony, which will happen on Friday, the day before the next full moon, which is the second full moon of this October. This is a blue moon month. And so, yes, we have a full moon on Halloween on a Saturday. It's incredible. And so I'm going to be coming in with amazing meditation for you on Saturday. But I'm going to, as a fast action bonus, on top of everything else, if you join by Friday, by 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, because other than that, I'm turning everything off so I can focus on the ceremony, you'll get to be a part of the ceremony with us as well, and just experience that sacred place as well. Because here's the truth too. I know that for many of you, this may be the first time that you've ever been coached and supported and held and loved. And I want to let you know that there is always more that you can step into over time. So we're going to be where your feet are, but we're going to give you a taste of everything that's abundantly available for you. So if you're excited and ready to flow, sink in, and have fun, again, that total value is over $5,000. I could charge $400 a month for it, but get started now in the Moon Cycle Collective for just $99 a month today. Oh, that feels so exciting. So what if you're ready to change, but you aren't quite ready for the coaching investment? Go with option one. When you go to the website that's been at the bottom of the screens, it's going to bring you to a payment page. I actually have 2 levels of membership to make it really easy for you. I know that many of you might just want the vault. You might just want the meditations, but you don't really want or need the coaching right now. Maybe that's the next level that you're looking forward to. Join the New Moon membership. And if you want to receive the full package and the highest value, go with option 2, which is the most popular. And that brings the coaching into it. So option 1 is $399 one-time annual payment that you can make now. It gets you the vault and it gets you the sisterhood and the meditations all year long. And then option 2 adds the coaching into it. And quite honestly, it's so delicious to be coached and to be held and to be supported like that. But I was so excited to make both of these options because I really want to help you meet your needs and support you right where you are right now. Thank you so much. I'm excited to continue along this journey with you. And so now I'm going to open it up for questions. So I know, let's check out the chat. So again, look at how pretty. Again, here is the website. Join the Moon Cycle Collective. Don't forget the dashes. And this is the value of everything. Let's check out the chat. Oh, is option 2 the $99 offering? Yes, Natalie. Option 2 is the $99 a month offering. So option 1 is a one-time per year payment of $299. And option 2 has the coaching, and so it's $99 a month. Good question. Yeah, Becca, you're in. You got it, girl. Oh, so good. Okay, I'm going to crave tapping in and doing masculine into your doing in masculine energy. Yes, this sounds like me. Okay, awesome. I'm going to, of course, I'm going to stop sharing so I can look at you all. Hey, ladies. So, who has questions? Feel free to unmute yourself if you'd like. Actually, no. If you have a question, raise your hand and I can unmute you. And then we'll go from there. But I would love to hear if anyone signs up tonight so I can celebrate you right now. I know we've got a couple ladies in there that are already in that space. So I hope that this really added to your experience in there. And I'm just excited to welcome in more soul sisters into the space. No questions. Does anyone have any questions about anything that we learned tonight? I think Natalie's background is so cool. You are so welcome. Thank you, Nicole, for being here. I'm excited to continue this journey with you, my love. So fun. Ladies, if nobody has any questions, then we did it. It's 8:59. I told you that we were going to be done by 9. I hoped for it. I manifested it. And I'll be so excited. As soon as you sign up for the Moon Cycle Collective, you will get, I'll be sending you a couple emails. I'll get you access to the Facebook group. I'll get you access to the vault and all the things. And ladies, thank you. Thank you for being here tonight. I hope that this served you for exactly what it was meant to. And I'm here to answer questions. So shoot me an email if you have questions. And we will see you over in the Moon Cycle Collective. Bye, loves. Good night. Oh, how does the specific moon phase influence us in general? It depends on the phase. So good question. So if it is a waxing phase asking us to do and like go energy, then you're going to be more active. You're going to want to put out more energy. If it's a waning phase, you're going to want to be more inward. You're going to want to really nurture and take care of yourself. I know, Nicole, score 8:59. Good question. All right, ladies. All right, have an amazing night. Thank you for your time and your energy tonight, and we will see you on the other side. Bye.